We got a few things that we're going to try to cover today, man. Unfortunately, due to recent activities, we definitely going to get back into conversating about some police brutality and just police reform and relations overall. Because I mean, it's a topic that's not going to go anywhere. Obviously, I was watching the Jeffersons earlier today, and I was watching an episode from season 6 of the Jeffersons, and it was the episode dealing with police brutality, and uh, Lamont was protesting the police brutality and the same stuff that we still dealing with right now to this day. You know, that's 50 years ago, but like I said, it's not going anywhere. So anyway, like I said, we're sitting here with Salamander. We got Pops here. We're gonna go ahead and how you doing today, Salamander?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah. All right. Yo, Pops, look like the bat phone rung right as we was getting in. So yeah, so let me ask you, Salamander, man. Now of course, dealing with recent activity, we got the Tyree Nichols situation, but and I'm definitely gonna want us to we're gonna touch on that a little bit. I have a few things I want to conversate about that. A couple talking points I want to hit on, but outside of Tyree Nichols, we got other things. That we got even a local issue going on. Any of y'all been keeping up with the local news as far as what was going on with the girl up there on Miller Lane at the McDonald's up there on Butler Township and whatever what happened with her when the police used excessive force
Yeah,
or allegedly excessive
Yeah.
force and all that.
I seen the video on that. Both sides. I got
Yeah,
mixed emotions about that. There's also another thing too that Dayton police just suspended a couple cops
Yeah, with the
for
guy that was a paraplegic, they
n-
yanked out the
n-
car.
oh yeah, yeah,
nah, not
that
that the
it was
DV.
kind of.
It was
I remember
some
seeing that happen and stuff. It's like you know, you see, the guy ain't got use of his legs and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it would have been. I mean, alternately, they could have pulled him out the car. I think they just should have. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like they need him out the car, and he can't willingly just stand up and get out the car. So you're at an impasse. What do you do?
it was another incident like as of like recently where they ignored a domestic violence call and the lady and the daughter passed away, I believe, and they just suspended the cops that was supposed to be on call because I
Really?
believe it was like it didn't come to like hours later or something like that. I'm
Oh,
not sure
okay.
this whole story, but I did see that on the news.
There's definitely a bunch of them out there. Uh,
Well, let me ask you this.
It says two Dayton officers has been suspended after an internal investigation after a woman and her 6-year-old daughter was found dead hours after a domestic violence call they went to.
So the police took forever to get there.
Yes.
I mean, you can't defund the police and expect them to show up on time too. Can't
well,
have both.
that's a big issue going on right there. Some of the wait times in some of these cities is ridiculous, and the criminals know it. You know what I'm saying? They know it. Like, shoot, I can walk away from this murder. Ain't nobody coming for the next 2 hours.
Right. I mean, when you start defunding and make it where people don't want to work there, you lose people, and that's why I say you can't have both. You know, yeah, this is
But look, I'm go ahead and jump into this, man. Quit bull crapping around, man. So look, check this out. I just want to ask you, Pops, because I know you think outside the box and you have, your peculiar way of looking at things and everything, man. So I got a statement I want to make, and I just want to see how you react to it. I feel like mainstream is making them boys down there in Memphis the face of police brutality, just like the Democrats have made several black folks the face of white supremacy.
Can I say something real quick before you say something, pops?
Does
I
that
just
make
think
any
it's
sense?
I I just think it's funny that these officers who did that, they immediately fired him. But when it's officer of the other race, they get placed on leave with pay, so forth and so
There's
forth.
been
A
a few
whole
of them
investigation
that was
happened.
fired too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I understand that talking
I
point,
mean,
but
the
there's been
first
a couple.
five officers that were
You know,
actually
a lot
involved
a
in
lot of that
it.
stuff was unheard of before. I ain't gonna bring his name up right now, but yeah, yeah, it's not unheard of. But what is unheard of is the way that police chief is acting down there. You know what I'm saying? And now that more and more of her past is coming out about the stuff she's doing over there in Atlanta, a lot of all of it's starting to make a whole lot more sense about what them dudes is down there in Memphis doing, and what kind of training they getting from up
let me
above.
let me ask you a question on that point, okay? Uh, the police chief of Memphis, Tennessee, she's probably got some things in her past, but when she was in Atlanta, when she was a major, basically the vice deputy, they either created or was the head of that unit, Red Dog. Okay, now I want you to think back. Okay, all right, Mumbles. Salamander, you was a little young back then. Well, Atlanta was motherfucking lit. You know what I'm saying? The community was crying for something to happen to slow these motherfucking niggas down from ripping and running and shooting and everything else. So the Atlanta Police Department put some thugs with some badges on the streets and told them go out there and motherfucking stop this shit. And they got results. Fast forward, same police chief, same methods. Okay, so be it. Scorpion Squad. Memphis, Tennessee. We all know about Memphis. Hell, didn't one of the big rappers just get shot down there? Um, not too long ago, last year. All the shootings and
But I get that. Well,
so
I'm
what is
not
she
arguing
doing
with that.
wrong?
The thing is they dismantled that. You know what I'm saying? Behind
Okay,
this. So
but it's
I
still
just want
working.
to go back to my original. I want to go back to my statement and get your take on that real quick.
Okay, it does seem like they are making them the face of, uh, and when you put a black face on something, they say you take value out of it. So now it feels like by making so much of a deal with these black officers doing this, they've now taken value out of police brutality, and that's a slick move.
I mean, I see what you mean. That's just like never mind. I'm not gonna get us off topic. But yeah, that definitely is what I'm seeing off of this. Now I'm not weighing in my opinion of the incident yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
I mean,
talking about
well, look, think about it. Think about
and
it.
I'm
Think.
watching mainstream media cover it, and the shit that I'm hearing some of these Negroes say, it's just like, wow. Okay, so I guess the face of police brutality is now going to be these five Negroes, and just like I'm supposed to look at Larry, what's dude's name out there in California, Larry Elder. I'm supposed to
Yeah.
look at him as the face of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just okay, backward stuff, but.
but it
It's
works.
a backwards world we're living in. So
But it works.
it does.
It works.
They
Don't
know.
they always associate negativity with black anyway?
Uh, yeah, no, because
To a
you
certain
know
extent.
what? No, because the greatest thing you could have in your life is that your financial books are in the black. So no,
Mhm.
black means prosperity, hope, infamy. You can't see in it. You can't see around it. All you can see is it. You know.
So now, a little bit about the details. I'm assuming both of you seen the body cam footage from the Tyree Nichols night.
To
Yeah.
be honest, I heard everything about it, but I can't bring myself to watch it
Can't bring
I
yourself to
seen.
watch it. What do you mean by that?
because it's you literally sitting there watching somebody getting beaten to death.
No, you're not. You're watching somebody get their ass whooped. He don't die until days later.
I mean, but knowing the outcome of it, it's still a sad situation. Like stuff like that, like when it comes to body cams and leading up to the outcome, I kind of stay away from it
You don't
just
want to watch
for
it for yourself, but then you'll have e- a opinion on the fact based off of what you hear.
yeah,
Does that pretty much sum it up?
yeah.
So just like because when I watched it, I was expecting to see some Rodney King, okay,
No.
because the way that police chief hyped it up before they released the video, I thought I was getting ready to see some old. They did some WWE shit on this dude.
No.
You
No.
know what I'm saying?
No.
And
Yeah.
that's not what the video shows at all. Now, I'm not excusing the officers the second time they caught up with him and the ones who stood him up and the officer who punched him in the face like 6 times, and the other officer who, while he was on the ground, took his police boot and went over there and kicked him in the head. I'm not excusing that shit's unnecessary and it was uncalled for, and it's probably both of those combined incidents might be exactly what led to that man's death. But I'm not a doctor. I didn't do no autopsy. I ain't gonna sit there and tell you I know what killed him. However, those two actions by those two officers there was completely unacceptable. Neither one of them was an incident of officers trying to perform an arrest. Okay, so missed me with all that. But other than that, I mean, I was expecting. I thought some officers done went and caught somebody, and we done caught it on camera where they done stood around and beat a man for 3 or 4 minutes, and that's not what that video
Well,
showed.
you know something else that this isn't, Mumbles.
What's that?
This, and I'm gonna say this because nobody so disrespectful to that man that passed away, but this is not a police brutality situation. I want to say that this
You
is
just
the
gonna say
worst.
because niggas involved, you gonna say this is nigga on nigga or some shit like that? What you
No,
gonna say?
no,
What?
this is the worst fucking example of police brutality that's ever been televised to date. And the reason why is, what you mean? This wasn't a situation where a guy was driving down the street and the police seen the car and pulled up on him, and the traffic stop started. Then they pulled him out the car because of the traffic stop. This isn't a situation where they was chasing a suspect off of a robbery and caught up with him and
So what
started
is it?
whooping
Come
his
on,
ass.
tell us
This is a,
what it is.
this is the case of the motherfucking nigga was trying to show out for his baby mama. Dude was fucking her and he got pissed off about it. So him and his homeboy, no, stop. Him and his homeboy should go to penitentiary for life.
So
The
you
two,
heard
the
that
first,
story too about
that's a true fucking story.
that
It's a true fucking story.
supposedly
Look,
dude is
look, it ain't no look at
what is that?
yes. Yeah, look at the
Huh?
way they attacked that man. When they pulled up on there, that motherfucking man was in that nigga shit. It wasn't no
I get that. Well,
formality.
hold on.
Hold on.
I'm asking a question.
Wait a minute. Even for it to have been, even for them to be a gang unit, there was no form of policing done. And when they engaged that car, that motherfucker was around there. He seen the nigga. He said, "Man, I'm about to man. Look, dude been fucking my bitch." Him and his homeboy pulled up on him. They was going to whoop his ass. The nigga ran off. His other homeboys pulled up. They like, "Oh, we got us one now. Yeah. We just got
All right,
this
stop,
beating Joe
stop,
Willie."
stop with all the
Man,
interjection
come
and
on.
answer some questions real quick. All right, what leads you to believe to go with that narrative that this was that one of the was jealous over something that Tyree had going on with some female in the community?
The picture,
Which picture?
the picture where he took with his cell phone and sent to her.
Can you find it? Can you pull it up for us?
I can't, but
I
I
don't know.
definitely. In the video, you see him using his cell phone to take pictures.
Oh no. You talking about okay. You talking about when the cop took the picture of dude when he was on
Right,
the ground.
right.
Okay. Now you're saying, and I did hear a wind of that. You said that he sent that to some girl. Now, is there a story or something where the girl done came out or something, or what is having people say this? That
Because
that picture that that we saw him take
that's what the
was.
story and the EMTs are fired.
Hold
You know they
on. Stop.
okay,
Stop.
but
Stop.
that's what the
Stop.
story is. The girl
Let me
hasn't.
keep
They
up.
have. They haven't
Let me
published the
keep up.
woman yet.
I'm not talking about YouTube stories. Is this something that was released when we saw him take that picture of him on the ground? Now I seen a YouTube thing where someone claims, "Oh, he was sending it to some chick because that's the original reason he was mad at dude anyway, and that's what sparked all that." I seen that little YouTube clip. What I'm saying is, has anything official came out
No,
about
nothing.
this is what this was about?
Nothing. No press conference.
So
Nothing
that was
official.
still just speculation by somebody on YouTube who seen him take a
Correct.
picture, who don't
I
realize that cops still have to take pictures of the injuries that they have perceived when they have somebody. Somebody
Not
needed to
with
take a
your,
picture of
not
what
with
they
your.
just seen.
That's
Now I don't
bullshit.
know. I don't
That ain't
because it
official.
was. Hold on. Let me say this because it was all confusing to me when I was watching it. A little bit was confusing to me, so I am not 100% sure which officer he is that I seen walk over there and take that picture. If he's the one that kicked him in the head, if he's the one that threw them punches, or if he was just one of the ones that was on the ground with him. I'm not 100% sure there because I don't know. I would have to like watch the video maybe 20 more times on some slow frame stuff to try to see if
He
that's the
was
same officer that
he
punched him in
was
the
he
head.
was the first one that engaged him when the car got pulled over. Him and his
That don't
partner.
answer my question because I,
all
I
right.
don't know. I
Hold on,
don't
hold on, hold on.
when they first engaged them, all you see is you see that officer who went over and grabbed him, and they pulled him out the car and stuff, and then the other officers was there. I mean, you don't. I
It's
didn't
just,
really.
it's just it,
I'm not able to at this point off of the two times that I've seen the video. I'm not able to confidently determine which officer did what and which officer was who as far as the five pictures that I've seen on TV opposed to which officers are actually doing the movements while watching the video. I would have to watch the video a whole lot more times to be able to do that.
Hold on, real quick. I'm looking at this post. I don't know if we could debunk your theory, pops, but it says Tyree Nichols' stepfather denies that his son had an affair with Memphis officer wife. So I
That's
don't
all
know.
speculation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Listen, what I found interesting is that I was like, at first, they wasn't even trying to say what the real reason was that they went and pulled him over and whatnot. Then they started talking about the reckless driving and stuff. But it was unclear if the reckless driving was before a traffic stop or attempted traffic stop or after. You see what I'm saying? So that's the part that I still don't know because even the police chief ain't giving no details as far
the police
the
chief
police
said
chief
that
acting like she on scene, like she acting like she Don Lemon or somebody. She
But
crucifying her
The,
own police officers and shit.
the
the whole
police chief did say that the whole traffic stop looked suspect. She didn't understand it.
the whole
Right, but
thing is
the
suspect.
thing
We don't
is
know the true story
that
to it.
ain't gonna hurt. That ain't gonna hurt nothing, man. That's a different story.
We don't know. We don't know the whole. We don't
That's
know the
how
true
that's how
story
come
to
I'm
any
looking
of
at a
it.
lot of this being political and stuff. Like, man, here they go. They don't politicize some more shit because
Look,
let's see what's coming from this.
thankfully that you brought that up because I was gonna say this. I think the real story, not really the real story, but the main talking point, Vice President Kamala Harris showed up to his funeral. Now, if you any other families that this same similar situation happened to, do you take offense to it? Because she didn't show up to George Floyd funeral, so forth, so forth.
I mean,
This is could be a political move because ain't elections is next year.
Well, it's
all of this,
everything.
all this
Everything
stuff
is
is gonna be
political.
like that. You know what I mean? Listen. I ain't gonna throw salt out there, look, because both parties have they way of doing it. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, there is no question. There should be no surprise in anybody's mind that oh, Democrat and this Democratic president under a lot of scrutiny right now. Oh, time to kill a bunch of niggas. We got to get the focus off of it. You know what I'm saying? We see the same shit over and over again, but don't nobody call it out. You know what I mean? So that part of it, I'm gonna leave alone. It is what it is.
Could I ask a question real quick? Do black people get killed more when Democrats is in office or Republicans?
It's a damn good
I
question.
don't think we're gonna see much of a difference as far as that, because I mean,
That's a damn good question.
niggas gonna get killed regardless. You know what I mean?
But
Like
do it happen more under the Democratic
there's
Party
it
or under the
happens
Republicans?
it happens more in Democratic ran cities only because those tend to be more the urban cities where a lot of the niggas are, and a lot of black on black crimes and everything else. And then I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's both of them are gonna have their way. You know what I'm saying? But neither one of them are exactly good for us. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, different ways. The killing of Negroes on this land is a nonstop job. That's not something that changes with the offense. That's going to continue happening every day. I don't see that as being a factor in. Maybe that's what I'm rambling on to say. I don't think that's a factor in it. Which one of them are in office, Republican or Democrat, as far as how many niggas are going to die that day. I don't think that's going to be a factor.
Well, I just want to say this. My disappointment on that was one. I don't give a damn what them officers should not have been fired behind the fucking video that was released.
They chief shouldn't be out there in public executing them without the investigation being
Exactly.
done.
All of that. Because damn it,
Listen,
I mean,
why
you
are
know
we
what I'm
treating these
saying?
niggas any
It
different
need
than anybody else?
because they niggas.
Exactly.
They getting
And then
what
you
they
hear all these
stand
niggas
for
out here,
love,
the Al Sharptons and all them. They out here crucifying the hell out these niggas and
crucifying
getting
the fuck
all
out of
these other niggas on social media to follow along with it, trying to make these niggas the face of police brutality and shit. Like what they've done is the worst since Rodney King, and it's the worst. Man, if you watch the video, man, dude was not. He was not. Listen, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, man. It does not matter when that cop decides he's going to arrest you. Your only options, you have two options: go through with the arrest or end your life as you know it. Period. Those are your two options. Everything else you think you have a right to do, you can't prove shit until you get to that courtroom. Stop trying to prove it on the side of the road, getting yourself killed.
Mm-hmm.
Stop that shit. We gotta stop that. And whoever's teaching these folks this shit need to be they the ones that need to be dealt with. Stop this shit. It don't make sense.